I thought, why read Dune when I could read Serpent Box, my own book? Frank Herbert doesn't need the money. He has plenty. So I'm going to read the preface of Serpent Box right now. They tell stories about a boy who was born right here on this mountain, a child of the hollows, a child of the mists. His daddy was a snake preacher who had the eyes of a reptile himself, and his mama was a simple wife. They lived over in Leatherwood, where the Squahatchie River runs into the Tennessee. This was in 1936, the same year the Squahatchie flooded, and not so long ago. They said he was a gift left by the storm and called him the son of the rain. He could wash a soul clean with just one tear from that big eye. And he had that big eye he had. And oh, could that big eye see right through to a man's heart. That boy could find the good in anybody, and there was some who said he was the right gift from God. But they didn't start saying that until much later. In the beginning, he was beaten and he was scorned. The story they tell about his coming speaks of a lightning-cursed birth in a hanging tree. They say he came in on a whirlwind, born feet first in a tornado inside that old Tyborn oak, where the wolf dogs found him in the woods, guarded by black serpents in a tree-hole manger and branded by God with a thunderbolt tattoo. He was a prophet, they say, baptized by blood and protected by rain. A Holy Ghost child who tamed his first snake 2 days out of the room. And the wonders he did do, that boy could talk to Jesus and he could see the walking spirits of those who passed. His dreams foretold the future, and his visions came straight from God. And he could tame the serpents. Lord, could he tame them and drink poison. He could pull cancer out of a body without drawing a drop of blood. And some claim he could raise the dead. Snake child, they called him, son of adder, boy of asps, those solitary creatures whom the Lord himself hath scorned. He had himself a blessing and a curse, doomed by stars and marked by planets to go lightly with fear, to be admired only at safe distance for the way he moved and the way he shone. And surely his true self would never be known or understood. But he feared not, that boy, for though the devil himself rode at his shoulder, the one true God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost thrived in his heart and showed him great answers with small signs and humble leavings. He paid this world close attention. He ignored not a single grain of sand. His gift was greater than most can bear to see such small things, being so close to the ground as he was and endowed with senses finely tuned to the tiniest movement and changes in heat. The pain of the world, the pain of man, that's what he felt inside of him. In the end, he bore it hard. Mountain people are prone to much exaggeration, but this much is true. Jacob Flint was a true holiness child who did his greatest deeds in ways and places people never did see. I know he was real, for that boy was my brother, and he gave me life. Daniel Jacob Lee.